Yu Menglong's final video exposes Qiang, the recording that shook the entire. The internet had seen countless scandals, shocking revelations and viral controversies over the years. But nothing prepared millions of viewers for the mysterious video that suddenly appeared online at exactly 11:11 p.m. on a cold autumn evening. Within minutes, hashtags exploded across social media. Hashtag final video. Hashtag the truth is coming. Hashtag who is Qiang. Hashtag watch what happens next. Nobody knew who uploaded it. Nobody knew where it came from. And nobody was prepared for what they were about to see. The video was only 7 minutes long. 7 minutes that would change everything. At first, viewers thought it was fake. The footage showed a dimly lit room. A single lamp glowed in the background. Sitting alone at a wooden table was Yu Menglong. His expression was serious. Unlike his usual public appearances, there was no smile. No polished image. No carefully prepared statement. Just silence. For nearly 20 seconds he stared directly into the camera. Then he spoke. "If you're watching this," he said slowly, "it means I no longer have the power to stop what's coming." Those words instantly sent chills through viewers around the world. Comments flooded every platform. What does he mean? Is this real? Who is he talking about? But then came the moment that changed everything. Yu reached into his jacket. He removed a small flash drive. And placed it carefully on the table. "There are things the public doesn't know," he continued. "Things hidden behind smiles, contracts and headlines." The camera zoomed closer. Millions leaned toward their screens. Then he uttered a name. A name that would dominate the internet for weeks. Qiang. The room seemed to grow colder. Yu paused. His eyes never left the camera. "If anything happens to me," he said, "the truth is inside this drive." The video ended abruptly. No explanation. No evidence. No context. Just darkness. The internet erupted. Within an hour the mysterious upload accumulated 10 million views. Within 6 hours it crossed 50 million. By morning, every major entertainment channel was discussing it. Some believed it was a publicity stunt. Others believed it was a warning. Conspiracy theories multiplied by the minute. But the biggest question remained unanswered. What was inside the flash drive? The mystery deepened when anonymous accounts began posting strange clues. One account uploaded coordinates. Another posted a cryptic image of a clock frozen at 11:11. A third account shared a distorted audio clip containing a barely audible message. Internet detectives immediately got to work. Forums exploded with theories. Entire live streams were dedicated to analyzing every frame. Every reflection. Every shadow. Every sound. Then something unbelievable happened. A user claiming to be a former employee of an unnamed media company posted a shocking statement. According to the anonymous source, the flash drive allegedly contained years of hidden communications, secret meetings and confidential recordings involving powerful figures. No proof accompanied the claim. Yet the story spread like wildfire. Viewers became obsessed. Some spent days investigating. Others formed online groups dedicated solely to uncovering the truth. The mystery was no longer entertainment. It had become a global phenomenon. Then came the second video. Exactly 7 days later. Same time. Same channel. Same title style. This time, however, the footage showed an empty room. The chair was vacant. The lamp flickered. A voice could be heard in the background. Distorted. Panical. Almost impossible to understand. But one sentence stood out. The key was never the drive. The internet exploded again. If the drive wasn't important, then what was? Theories multiplied overnight. Some believed the real secret was hidden inside the videos themselves. Others claimed the recordings contained encrypted messages. Experts began analyzing audio frequencies. Frame-by-frame investigations started appearing on YouTube. And then someone discovered something astonishing. For less than half a second, a series of numbers appeared on screen. Most viewers missed it entirely. But one eagle-eyed investigator captured the frame. The numbers led to a storage locker. At least, according to online speculation. Nobody could verify the claim. Yet thousands became convinced they were getting closer to the truth. Meanwhile, Qiang remained silent. No interviews. No statements. No social media posts. His silence only fueled the mystery. Some interpreted it as fear. Others saw it as confidence. Regardless, curiosity continued growing. Then came the third video. And everything changed. Unlike the previous uploads, this recording featured multiple cameras, multiple locations, multiple timestamps. It appeared to tell a story involving secret meetings, encrypted messages, hidden documents, and a mysterious alliance operating in the shadows. At the center of every clue was the same question. Who could be trusted? The public watched in disbelief. Millions tuned in live. Reaction channels generated record-breaking numbers. News outlets covered every development. The story became unavoidable. People discussed it at work, at school, at family gatherings. Everyone had a theory. Everyone had an opinion. But nobody had answers. As weeks passed, strange coincidences began emerging. People connected unrelated events. Old interviews resurfaced. Forgotten photographs suddenly gained new significance. The mystery seemed larger than anyone imagined. Then an anonymous hacker group released what they called the final puzzle. A collection of coded files appeared online. Hidden among them was a countdown timer. 30 days. Nobody knew what would happen when it reached 0. Yet the entire world watched. Every day generated fresh speculation. Every hour created new rumors. The countdown became the internet's biggest obsession. 20 days. 10 days. 5 days. 1 day. Finally, the timer hit 0. Millions watched simultaneously. The screen remained black. Nothing happened. 1 minute passed. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. Then a message appeared. White text on a dark background. 7 simple words. The truth was never the destination. Silence followed. Confusion spread. Had it all been a hoax? A social experiment? An elaborate puzzle? Then the rest of the message appeared. It was the journey. Suddenly everything made sense. The videos weren't exposing secrets. They were exposing human curiosity. The obsession. The speculation. The way people rushed to conclusions without evidence. The entire mystery had been carefully designed to demonstrate how quickly narratives form online. Millions sat stunned. The story they had followed for weeks wasn't about scandal. It was about them. Their reactions. Their assumptions. Their hunger for answers. In the days that followed, analysts called it one of the most brilliant viral campaigns ever created. Others called it a masterpiece of psychological storytelling. Some still believed there were hidden secrets buried within the videos. Perhaps there were. Perhaps there weren't. Years later, debates continued. Forums remained active. New theories still emerged. And one question never disappeared. What really happened? Maybe nobody would ever know. Maybe that was the point. But one thing was certain. The mysterious videos had become a legend. A digital mystery that captivated millions. A story that blurred the line between truth and fiction. And a reminder that sometimes the most powerful secret isn't what we discover. It's what we choose to believe. The countdown had ended. The mysterious message had appeared. And yet, instead of disappearing, the phenomenon only grew larger. If anything, the world had become even more obsessed. The internet refused to let the mystery die. Millions of viewers continued examining every frame of Yu Menglong's videos, convinced there was more to the story. And then 12 days after the countdown ended, something unexpected happened. A file appeared. No warning. No announcement. No explanation. Just a simple upload on an obscure website. Its title contained only 3 words. Project Midnight Archive. The file immediately attracted attention from online investigators. At first, nobody thought much of it. Thousands of fake clues had already surfaced. Most turned out to be elaborate pranks. But this one felt different. The document contained hundreds of pages. Every page was filled with dates, locations, symbols, and strange references. Many sections were heavily redacted. Entire paragraphs had been blacked out. Yet enough information remained visible to spark a wildfire of speculation. Within hours, screenshots flooded social media. Theories spread across the globe. People claimed the archive connected every mystery surrounding Yu Menglong's final videos. Others insisted it was evidence of a secret organization operating behind the scenes. One thing was clear. The story was far from over. As researchers examined the archive, a disturbing pattern emerged. The same names appeared repeatedly. Not just Yu Menglong. Not just Qiang. But dozens of individuals connected through an invisible network. Actors. Business executives. Media personalities. Technology entrepreneurs. Every path seemed to lead toward a mysterious project known only as Midnight. Nobody knew what Midnight was. Nobody could explain its purpose. Yet the archive treated it as something extremely important. The deeper people dug, the stranger things became. One page described meetings held in locations that technically didn't exist. Another referenced a series of encrypted broadcasts transmitted during thunderstorms. A third mentioned an abandoned building known only as the Glass House. The internet exploded with excitement. The Glass House quickly became the center of attention. According to the archive, it served as a gathering place for individuals connected to Project Midnight. But there was a problem. Nobody could find it. Maps showed nothing. Property records revealed nothing. Government databases contained nothing. It was as if the building had been erased from existence. Then came the breakthrough. A university student studying architecture noticed something unusual in one of Yu Menglong's videos. For less than a second, a reflection appeared in a nearby window. Most viewers ignored it. The student didn't. After enhancing the image, he discovered what looked like a distinctive glass structure. The shape matched a sketch hidden deep inside the archive. Suddenly, interest skyrocketed. Investigators compared satellite imagery. Historians examined old photographs. Amateur researchers worked around the clock. And finally, someone found a match. Far outside the city stood an abandoned research facility constructed decades earlier. Locals referred to it as the Glass House. The discovery shocked everyone. For years, the structure had been largely forgotten. Now it was the most discussed building on the internet. Within days, dozens of content creators traveled there. Live streams attracted millions of viewers. People expected answers. Instead, they found more questions. The facility was empty. Dust covered every surface. Broken windows reflected the fading sunlight. No documents remained. No computers. No evidence. Nothing. Or so it seemed. Late one evening, a live streamer noticed a strange symbol carved beneath a staircase. The symbol matched one found repeatedly throughout Project Midnight archive. Excitement spread instantly. The staircase was examined. The floor beneath it was scanned. And eventually, investigators discovered a hidden compartment. Inside was a metal box. The discovery generated worldwide headlines. Millions watched as the box was carefully opened. What lay inside stunned everyone. Not money. Not documents. Not hard drives. Just a single photograph. The image showed 6 people standing together. Their faces were partially obscured by shadows. But one figure appeared unmistakably familiar. Yu Menglong. The photograph instantly became the most analyzed image on the internet. Every detail mattered. Every shadow. Every reflection. Every object in the background. People believed the photograph contained a message. And they were right. Hidden within the image was a sequence of numbers. The numbers led to another location. An old theater abandoned for nearly 30 years. The mystery was evolving. Each clue led to another. Each answer generated new questions. The public couldn't look away. Then came the event that changed everything. A former investigative journalist released a statement. According to the journalist, Project Midnight wasn't a modern operation. Its origins stretched back decades. The archive allegedly represented only a fraction of a much larger story. A story involving forgotten experiments, hidden partnerships, and information deliberately concealed from the public. The statement lacked proof. But people believed it anyway. The mystery had taken on a life of its own. Soon, investigators arrived at the abandoned theater. What they discovered shocked them. The building appeared untouched. Rows of dusty seats remained perfectly aligned. Faded posters still hung on the walls. Yet beneath the stage, hidden behind a false wall, workers discovered a sealed room. Inside sat dozens of film reels. Some dated back over 40 years. Others appeared surprisingly recent. Experts rushed to analyze them. When the first reel was restored, viewers expected revelations. Instead, they found something stranger. The footage showed ordinary people. Walking through cities. Sitting in cafes. Reading books. Nothing unusual. Nothing suspicious. Until viewers noticed one detail. The same man appeared in every reel. Regardless of the year. Regardless of the location. Regardless of the people being filmed. He was always there. Watching. Waiting. Observing. Nobody knew who he was. The internet gave him a name. The Observer. Within days, countless theories emerged. Some claimed he was the founder of Project Midnight. Others believed he was fictional. A character inserted to mislead investigators. Yet the mystery deepened when facial recognition enthusiasts compared the footage. The results made no sense. The man appeared identical across 40 years. No aging. No visible changes. Exactly the same. The discovery triggered a frenzy. Media outlets covered the story non-stop. Discussion forums multiplied. Conspiracy channels exploded in popularity. Everywhere people asked the same question. Who is the Observer? Then just as the world became consumed by that mystery, another surprise arrived. A final reel was discovered. Unlike the others, it carried a handwritten label. The words were simple. For the day the truth arrives. When the reel was restored, millions tuned in to watch. The footage began with static. Then an image slowly emerged. A familiar room. A wooden table. A glowing lamp. And sitting alone in the darkness. Yu Menglong. The room fell silent. Viewers stared in disbelief. This footage had never been seen before. He looked directly into the camera. His expression was calm. Determined. Almost as though he knew exactly who would be watching. For several seconds he said nothing. Then he leaned forward. And spoke a sentence that sent shockwaves across the internet. The person you're looking for isn't Qiang. Millions gasped. Every theory shattered instantly. Every assumption collapsed. You continued speaking. The real mystery has been hidden in plain sight from the very beginning. The screen suddenly flickered. Static consumed the image. The recording cut off. And the reel ended. Just like that. No explanation. No answers. Only one devastating revelation. Everything people believed could be wrong. And somewhere beyond the endless maze of clues, files, symbols, and secrets, the true mystery was still waiting. The internet broke. Within minutes of the final reel being released, every major theory surrounding Project Midnight collapsed. For months, millions had believed Qiang was at the center of everything. Now Yu Menglong's final recorded message had completely changed the narrative. The person you're looking for isn't Qiang. 7 words. 7 words that sent investigators back to the beginning. What had everyone missed? What clue had been hiding in plain sight all along? Questions flooded social media. Live streams ran 24 hours a day. Content creators re-examined every video, every archive, every photograph, every symbol, every frame. The answer had to be somewhere. And then someone noticed something impossible. A user known online only as CypherFox made a discovery while reviewing the original 7-minute video. At exactly 3 minutes and 33 seconds, a reflection appeared briefly in the glass lamp behind Yu Menglong. Most viewers had ignored it. The reflection was distorted. Barely visible. But after extensive enhancement, an image emerged. A figure. Standing behind the camera. Watching. At first people assumed it was a crew member. A technician. Someone helping record the video. But then comparisons began. Investigators matched the silhouette against photographs from the glass house. Against footage from the abandoned theater. Against dozens of images connected to Project Midnight. The results stunned everyone. The figure appeared identical to the mysterious man from the film reels. The Observer. For the first time, evidence suggested he wasn't merely a background character. He had been present from the very beginning. The revelation triggered a worldwide frenzy. Who was he? Why was he always there? And how had nobody noticed sooner? As speculation intensified, another hidden file suddenly surfaced. This one was different. It contained no videos, no photographs, no cryptic symbols, just a single document. The title read, Observer Report, Classified. Millions downloaded it within hours. The document appeared authentic, professional, and deeply unsettling. According to the report, the Observer was not one person. He was many. The title Observer referred to a role. A position passed from one individual to another across generations. Each observer inherited a mission. To watch. To record. To preserve secrets. To ensure certain truths never disappeared. The claim sounded absurd. Yet something about it felt believable. Especially because the report included names. Dozens of them. Stretching back nearly a century. Each connected to strange events scattered throughout history. As researchers investigated the names, they uncovered an extraordinary pattern. Every observer seemed linked to moments that changed people's lives. Not world-changing events. Not famous incidents. Small moments. Personal moments. Moments nobody should have been recording. It was as though someone had spent decades documenting the hidden stories behind public history. Then investigators found the final page. A page unlike anything else in the report. Instead of names, it contained a list. A list of future observers. And at the very top, a name everyone recognized. Yu Menglong. The internet exploded. The implication was staggering. According to the report, Yu had never been exposing the observer. He had been one. Forums crashed under the volume of discussion. Media outlets interrupted programming. Everyone debated the same possibility. Had Yu spent years secretly documenting something much larger than anyone imagined? Before answers could emerge, another discovery shook the world. Researchers examining the Project Midnight archive uncovered coordinates hidden inside a seemingly random block of text. The coordinates pointed toward a remote island. An island absent from most maps. An island rumored to contain the headquarters of Project Midnight. Within days, investigative teams launched expeditions. Drones were deployed. Boats were chartered. The entire world watched. What they found surpassed every expectation. At the center of the island stood a massive circular structure. Part research facility. Part library. Part museum. Its architecture resembled nothing anyone had seen before. Towering walls curved toward the sky. Reflective surfaces distorted sunlight. The building looked almost unreal. People immediately nicknamed it the Archive. When explorers entered, they expected technology. Servers. Computers. Evidence. Instead, they discovered something far stranger. Stories. Thousands of them. Entire rooms filled with journals. Letters. Recordings. Photographs. Personal histories. Memories preserved across generations. The archive appeared dedicated to a single purpose. Remembering. Every shelf contained fragments of human lives. Lost friendships. Forgotten dreams. Untold sacrifices. Acts of courage nobody had witnessed. Stories history books never recorded. The discovery transformed public understanding of Project Midnight. Perhaps it wasn't an organization seeking power. Perhaps it wasn't a conspiracy at all. Perhaps it existed to protect stories from being forgotten. But if that were true, why all the secrecy? Why the puzzles? Why the hidden clues? The answer arrived unexpectedly. Deep inside the archive stood a sealed chamber. Above the entrance appeared a familiar symbol. The same symbol found in every clue connected to Yu Menglong. For 2 days nobody could open the chamber. Then engineers discovered a hidden mechanism. As the doors slowly opened, cameras broadcast the moment live to millions. Inside stood only one object. A projector. Beside it rested a note. The handwriting matched Yu Menglong's. The note contained 6 words. The final truth begins here. Silence filled the chamber. The projector activated. Dust floated through the beam of light. An image appeared on the wall. Yu Menglong. Older than in previous recordings. Tired. Yet strangely peaceful. He looked directly at the audience. As though he had been waiting years for this moment. "My name is Yu Menglong," he began. "If you're seeing this, then you've reached the place I hoped you would find." He paused, taking a slow breath. "What you're about to learn is not a secret." The audience listened carefully. "It's a choice." Confusion spread across livestream chats. What did he mean? Yu continued. Project Midnight was never created to hide the truth. The world already has enough lies. It was created to preserve what people forget. Photographs appeared behind him. Ordinary people. Ordinary lives. Extraordinary moments. "The greatest stories are not always famous," Yu said. "They belong to parents who sacrificed everything. Friends who remained loyal. Dreamers who never gave up. Heroes nobody applauded. Millions watched in silence. The message felt different from everything that had come before. No scandal. No accusations. No conspiracy. Just reflection. Then Yu's expression changed. His voice became serious. There is, however, one final secret. The room grew quiet. Even online comments slowed. Everyone sensed something important was coming. For years, the mystery had pointed toward one hidden revelation. This had to be it. You leaned closer. The observer's identity has never mattered. The archive has never mattered. Project Midnight has never mattered. The audience stared. What could possibly matter more? You smiled faintly. Then he spoke the words that would become legendary. The story was always about you. Confusion erupted instantly. Yet before anyone could react, thousands of screens around the world began displaying unexpected messages. Phones, computers, tablets, smart televisions. Messages appeared simultaneously. Each message was unique. Each addressed the viewer personally. Questions appeared. What moments define your life? What memories deserve preservation? What stories would disappear if nobody remembered them? People sat frozen. The realization spread slowly. The mystery wasn't leading toward a hidden villain. It wasn't leading toward secret power. It was leading toward a challenge. A challenge for everyone watching. To remember. To record. To preserve the stories that truly mattered. Yet just as audiences began processing the revelation, the projector flickered. The image distorted. Static filled the room. Yu's face disappeared. Then for the first time ever another figure appeared. The observer. Not hidden. Not distant. Standing directly before the camera. The room fell silent. After years of mystery, the observer was finally revealed. He looked into the lens. Then delivered a single sentence. A sentence that changed everything. The final chapter hasn't happened yet. The screen went black. And somewhere in the darkness, a new countdown began.